I guess I'm a bit late to the party, but at least I arrived before it ended. Unless you live under a rock where there's just radio from the 80s, you must have heard the news by now. Batman is going to be in Man of Steel 2. My thoughts? It could go both ways. If David S. Goyer writes a good screenplay, if the actors deliver, if the direction is good, then the film will probably be something remembered for years to come. But Warner Bros. Are making some quite controversial casting choices, and they're adding a character that probably shouldn't be in there. Yeah, Wonder Woman is going to make an appearance. I hope it's just a little cameo, because if she plays a big role in this film, it'll probably feel crammed. Why? Because we now have Superman, Batman, Lex Luthor, and Wonder Woman. That's just too much. Anyway, back to the casting choices. Ben Affleck is playing Batman. You know, the guy who played Daredevil in that one movie that everybody hates. Now, I have no problem with Ben Affleck as Batman. In fact, I think he'll be great. A lot of people are bashing him and hating on this decision, but it's unjustified. I understand that you might not think of him as the Batman, but he was good in Daredevil. It's not his fault that the movie sucked. He did what he could with what he was given. I mean, go watch the movie, and don't tell me he can't play the dark, brooding type, because he can. The reason that film was bad is because the writing was bad, not because of Affleck. So yeah, I support the guy, and I really hope that he gets to add some input into the direction of the film, because he is a great director. Second controversial casting choice is Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I know, strange, right? Of course, I'm rooting for the guy, but I can't help but feel like he's not the best actor for the job. He just looks too young. I'm having a hard time picturing him as the menacing Lex Luthor we all know and love. The people who casted him must see something I don't see, but for the moment, I'm not sure. I'll be sure once I get a trailer and I can see what he can do with the role. Wonder Woman has also been casted, though I don't really care about that, to be honest. Gal Gadot is playing her, and that's all fine and dandy. I haven't really seen her in anything, so I'm not passing any judgment just yet. But by now you're probably going, just tell us what you think of Batman being in the movie! My inner child is squealing like, well, a child, and I'm immensely excited. I mean, every superhero fan ever has been waiting for this forever! Finally we get a live-action film where the two of them meet. Obviously, one of the reasons that Batman is in this movie is because they have to introduce him in preparation for the Justice League movie. I'm glad that they decided to do it this way instead of giving him his own movie, because I don't need another retelling of Batman's origin so soon after Nolan's trilogy. Good on you, Warner Bros. But as everybody's already calling this film Batman vs Superman, I'm starting to worry that this is what we'll get. I mean, sure, a little fight between them wouldn't hurt, and them disagreeing is all a natural part of their relationship, but I don't want the movie to literally be Batman vs Superman. I want it to be more like the Avengers, where they fight for a bit, realise that the other person isn't that bad, team up and beat the crap out of the villain. But I have a feeling that's not what's going to happen. Batman is going to be all, you're a danger to society because you're from another planet, blah blah blah. Superman is going to be all, I'm just trying to help, blah blah blah. Batman is going to freak out, they'll fight, it'll be a tie, they leave, meet again, fight again, then, just as the movie is reaching its climax, about an hour and a half in, they'll reluctantly team up. Now, I want them to at least respect each other at the 40-minute mark, even though Batman probably won't trust Superman just yet. I don't want them to fight for the entire movie. I want it to be a world's finest film, not a Batman vs Superman film. That being said, the movie has potential. If it plays its cards right, if the story is good and they don't just make it a fuckfest of superheroes battling, it might turn out great. But it doesn't actually matter if it's good or not, because it will definitely break box office records with millions and billions. It's the superhero movie of the century, and whatever the critics say, people are going to see this film. It doesn't even matter if people hate it, because there will be thousands of people defending it because they don't want to admit that the Superman/Batman movie was bad. The film has a lot going against it, but I'm hoping for the best.